forget the Y.
What's up, guys? It's Jimmy, your new commissioner, Jimmy. I'm sipping on this beer because it makes me feel better about my fucking loss this week to fucking Steven. But anyways, so jumping into it, this is gonna be our new wrap up. We're gonna go ahead and fucking broadcast this shit on video because that's a lot of typing. Anyways, Keenan Allen fucking fell short, fucking choked against like $100 million cornerbacks for the Arizona Cardinals. Basically, I got my ass whooped by the Golden Boot holder of the fucking Week 1, Steven Ramos, Victoria's Secret, who had all his players in double digits that fucking mattered except his kicker and his defense. So this motherfucking guy is about to do some work in this league because he fucking beat me, the regime. Let me just kind of fucking shout out some of his players. Rashad Jennings, old trash ass motherfucker, 28 points. LeSean McCoy, the leading fantasy point holder for last year for running backs, 28 points. Emmanuel Sanders, 22. Julius Thomas, my fucking pride and joy of 2013, fucking 45 points. That's fucking cold, man. I loved that guy last year. But yeah, Keenan Allen fucking choked, and also Adrian Peterson. But I'm gonna come for your ass. But Steven wants us to go ahead and broadcast this quote. He says here, the post game interview from Steven is, "What a good way to start the year with the W over the regime. It's like fucking a girl after a cheap date. Nice and easy." Yeah, Alright, so next in our lineup is those Pistoleros against Taylor Gang. God damn, Erwin, you got raped, bro.
Bang, bang, nigga. Bang, bang, man.
Alright, yeah, so Erwin, actually, before even fucking 49ers kicked off at 3, I already knew he fucking lost with Matt Ryan, who probably had the highest points in quarterbacks. But anyways, we had who was your star player this week, Hugo?
Forgot.
God, this nigga doesn't even know his fucking lineup, Erwin, and you fucking lost to him.
Mertulus Bennett.
Pitiful. Fucking Bennett went off on your ass. As also Kaepernick and Jordy Nelson and Colston and the Texans' defense just topped it off. Antonio Gates fell a little short. Yeah, man. Jamal Charles, Jesus Christ, that was your first round draft pick, and he didn't come through. I feel your pain. But anyways, a nice quote that Mr. Rios had to say for you. His post game interview was, "I love it when the gang just sits there and takes it over and over and over and over and over again." Yeah. So, I love when you just take it, man. So, in our other matchup for the weekend, we had our Team Trujillo. Welcome back. Welcome back. He actually had a very good homecoming by beating out Ever Rios, the Expandables, in which Calvin Johnson just took the show. Fucking just put a shadow over Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch just went off. By the way, Erwin, I'm sure you're probably missing Marshawn Lynch just because, that nigga had like 34 more points than the guy you dropped him for. But yeah, Calvin Johnson 51 points, Russell Wilson 21 points, and bam, show's over. Team Trujillo showed up to win. What Mr. Trujillo had to say about the game was the Expendables simply just never had a chance and never expects them to. So, words from Rudy himself. And in our other matchup, in which we had Team Too Sheezy against Team Rookie of the Year, we had Rashad against Edwin, who are both newcomers into the league and are pretty into football, and I see them doing pretty well in this league. That's why I invited them. Rashad came up with the league with the win. I'm sorry, I've had a couple too many beers. But yeah, Rashad got his first dub of the season, and it's exactly what he expected. I work with the guy, and he's always fucking talking about how good his fantasy skills are. So I'm not surprised. But yeah, Team Two Sheezy went ahead and took advantage of AJ Green. Man, fucking man's a monster. And Zach Ertz, who is a sleeper for a bunch of us in our radars. But yeah, man, Team Rookie of the Year took this L. But it was a close ass fucking game. Larry Fitzgerald caught one pass the entire game. Yeah, that's fucking nuts. But yeah, so Team Too Sheezy, I think they're a little too sleepy right now, so I couldn't get a quote for them. But yeah, Rashad talks a lot of shit, so it's probably best we don't get a quote in week one until he gets his second dub. But yeah, way to take that L, Edwin. And up next, we have our fellow Chris Paez, aka the Romosexual Tendencies, against the Chosen One, who actually made it to the final last year and couldn't come away with the win for his first game of the season. I can't blame you, brother. But anyways, Mr. Paez here, shout out, dude. We miss you down in the H-Town. I know you're grinding around in Wisconsin and whatnot over there, hitting up them crazy ass strip clubs. But anywho, old boy got his Cowboys running back to come through for him. He also was able to get Patterson, Cordero Patterson to come through. Fucking got like a fucking, I don't know, crazy amount of yardage gain as a rusher. But yeah, dude, you straight whooped on Jordan Reed, on your Matt Forte, who put off 40 points, Nick Foles, who got 16 points. It was just kind of crazy. But Julio Jones came through in the overtime. Wasn't enough for young Gabe. But yeah, man, I give you props. You fucking asshole. You fucking used Andre Johnson to get this fucking win, even though you go for the Cowboys, which that's like a stab to the heart for all of us Texans fans. But that's cool, man. You do what you got to do. Anyways, Texans, you know, way better than the Cowboys. But just throwing that out there. But you know what I'm saying? You got to get them dubs. And as of right now, you're a dub closer than I am, and then half of the league is. So, you know, fucking cutos, you fucking asshole.
This is Sparta!
Do my best Antonio Brown impersonation for this one. Actually, Cheeky Stunner, aka Tony Garcia, he actually has Antonio Brown, who fucking just fucking this is Sparta in this bitch on the punter for the Browns. The guy led the way for Tony, in which he fucking scored 33 fucking points. He probably he was like fucking a fourth of the way there to beating our fucking bitch of the week, Jesse Renteria. I'm surprised he even got 115 points. His team just didn't show up. Fucking Crabtree injured. Tony has a fucking solid ass team with Arian Foster, Matthew Stafford, throwing to fucking Calvin Johnson, who led the way for fantasy points this week. Yeah, so Tony Garcia, way to get the dub. Way to stomp on your opponent. But I wish I would have fucking played Jesse. But yeah, man, this fucking fantasy season's the season to fucking win, because we got a lot of competition. We have a lot of people sending trades, and we also have a lot of people dropping, like, you know, your fucking Benjamins, Kelvin Benjamin. How the fuck do you drop Kelvin Benjamin, Irwin? Get the fuck out of here, man. Damn. But I lost. So I might be first on the waiver, so I'm gonna go ahead and scoop that motherfucker up. So yeah. This is our introductory, man. This is my first time doing this shit. Not used to it. But this is gonna be our wrap ups because I got too much shit to do, too much money to make, and fucking type all that shit up. But a bitch of the week. Congratulations, Jesse. You are the bitch of the week. God, there wasn't even any type of competition for you. Golden boot, of course, would go to the motherfucker I played, Steven Ramos, with his Victoria's Secret. Such a creative name. I mean, I googled fantasy team names, and that came up like every time I googled it. But that's cool though. That you fucking beat me. Yeah, man. Week 2 is where it's at. A lot of people think week 3 you kind of know what type of team you have. I'm encouraging trades. I'm encouraging you to pick up people off the wires, and yeah, man, let's fucking make the most of this fantasy season and enjoy the fuck out of football. So, from Houston, Texas, Jimmy Flores coming straight to your motherfucking front door.